Hey everyone, ever feel like your English conversations are, well, a little stiff? Today, we're gonna fix that. We're diving into a super simple tool that'll make you sound way more natural. Let's talk about adverbs of frequency.
So what's on the agenda? We'll kick things off with why you even need these words. Then we'll check out a super easy frequency scale, nail down the two main rules. Yep, only two. And then, of course, it's practice time. We'll even have a final challenge for you. Sound good? Let's jump in. All right, first things first. How often do you? These little words might seem small, but they are absolutely essential. Why? Because they're how we talk about our lives, our habits, our routines, basically everything we do day in and day out. Let me ask you something. How often do you drink coffee in the morning? Seriously, think about it. Is it an every single day, can't live without it kind of thing? Or maybe just on weekends, most days? See, just saying yes isn't really enough, right? It doesn't tell the whole story. To answer that question like a native speaker, you need a word that shows how often. And that, my friends, is where adverbs of frequency come in. They are the magic words for adding that crucial detail. So, what are they exactly? It's really simple. They're just words we use to say how often an action happens. That's it. They're the little guys that add color and rhythm to our conversations. Okay, let's make this super easy to remember. I want you to imagine a scale, kind of like a volume knob. At the top, you've got 100%, and at the bottom, you've got 0.
And here it is, the frequency scale. Think of this as your new best friend. At 100%, we have always. That's for things you do every single time, no exceptions. Then we dial it back a bit to usually. That's like 90% of the time. Then there's often, which is a lot, maybe 70%. Right in the middle, you've got sometimes. That's your 50-50. And all the way down at 0%, that's never. Easy, right? It just helps you place the right word.
And hey, if you're more of a visual person, check this out. You can literally see the scale from always at the top all the way down to never. It's a great little picture to keep in your head. All right, so we know what they are. Now for the big question. Where do they go in a sentence? This is the most important part. But don't worry, there's one main rule that's going to cover you for almost every verb out there.
And here's the magic formula. It goes subject, then the adverb, then the main verb. The one thing you absolutely have to remember is that the adverb comes before the action. Say it with me, before the main verb. That's the key.
Let's look at some examples so you can see what I mean. I always walk to work. See? Subject I, then our adverb always, then the verb walk. Or how about they often watch movies? Same deal. We never see that car. It's the same simple pattern every single time. Subject, adverb, verb. Okay, quick but super important note here. Don't forget your basic grammar. You know that present simple rule where you add an S for he, she, or it? Well, that still applies. So you don't say he often watched TV. Nope, it's he often watches TV. The adverb doesn't change that rule, so keep an eye out for it. You knew it was coming, didn't you? In English, there's almost always an exception. But the good news is, it's just for one special verb, probably the most common verb of all, the verb to be. Am, is, and are. So, here's the big reveal. Let's put these rules side by side. For pretty much every verb, the adverb comes before. But for the verb to be, it flips. The adverb comes after. So you'd say, I always walk, but you say, I am always happy. See how always jumps to the other side of am? That's the one special case you gotta remember. Okay, enough talk. You've got the theory down. Now it's time to get our hands dirty and actually practice this. Let's do a couple of quick exercises to make sure it all makes sense. Ready? Here's the first one. I've got the sentence, we eat dinner together, and the adverb, usually. Where does usually go? I'll give you a second. Did you get it? The answer is, we usually eat dinner together. Why? Because eat is a main verb, so our adverb, usually, has to go right before it. That's our main rule. Nicely done. All right, round 2. This time the sentence is, they are tired after work. And the adverb is sometimes. Where does it go? Pay close attention to the verb in this one. And the answer is, they are sometimes tired after work. Bam! The verb is are, which is our special verb to be, so the adverb sometimes has to come after it. You're getting the hang of this.
Okay, awesome job. That was great. So now for your final challenge. We've gone through a lot, but really it all boils down to just 2 simple rules. Let's lock them in.
This is it. This is the whole thing in a nutshell. The 2 rules to remember. Number 1. For most verbs, the adverb goes before the verb. Think, I often read. And number 2. For the special verb to be, the adverb goes after it. Think, I am often busy. If you can remember just these 2 things, you've totally mastered adverbs of frequency.
So I've got one last question for you, and I'm using an adverb of frequency to ask it. Will you always remember these rules now? I bet you will. Awesome job today, and thanks for joining me.